In this video, we're going to expose one of the biggest scams going on in dealership marketing. So if your dealership runs ads, you need to watch this video to make sure you're getting what you're paying for, whether you're running the ads yourself or the agency is running it for you. This is must-know information that could save your dealership thousands and thousands of dollars every single month. What is going on, dealers? It's Sam from Shapeshift, back at it again with another video. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Sam. I am the founder of Shapeshift Group. We are an ads agency built for automotive to market inventory to interested buyers. And on this channel, we talk about best practices on Google and Facebook for dealers to maximize their ad spend. Now, before we get into the main topic of this video, I've got some explaining to do. Some of you had noticed I've been gone for over 2 years. Sam, where have you gone? Did you quit? What happened to Shapeshift? Are you guys still in business? Since my last video, Shapeshift has grown immensely. We now have 9 employees and so many clients to oversee that most of my time is spent managing our agency, managing our team, making sure our clients get taken care of. So I didn't have time to make these videos for you guys. But we have such a strong support team now that I'm able to jump back in front of the camera and deliver for you content that no one else is talking about when it comes to dealership marketing on Facebook and Google. So what we're talking about today is Google vehicle listings ads. If you're not familiar with Google vehicle listing ads, let me show you real quick how this works. Let's say I'm in Austin, Texas, and I type in Honda Civic. If I was in Austin, Texas, I would just have to type in Honda Civic. I wouldn't have to type in Honda Civic in Austin, Texas, but I'm using this as an example for you guys. So the ads I'm talking about is going to be these ads here, the inventory ads that get shown on top of Google when someone is searching for a vehicle on Google. And it's better than traditional search engine marketing ads because it's not just a title and a keyword similar to what you see here. I know this isn't an ad, but the traditional Google ads resemble these things here. As you can see, this is much more rich content. It actually shows the photo, the price, the mileage, where it's located, and the user can scroll through the different cars, Honda Civics in this case, that they happen to be interested in, and if they like it, they can click on it. This gets taken to either, say, a CarGurus VDP, Cars.com's VDP. It depends on who's running the ad. If the dealership is running the ads themselves, then it gets taken to the dealership's website VDP. Now, these ads are great because what it's able to do is capture in-market demand in real time. If someone is in the market for a Honda Civic in Austin, Texas, they get shown this ad and it's really relevant to them and they can just browse right on Google. Now, the problem with these ads is you can't just tell Google to run these ads by itself. There's no dedicated campaign called inventory ads on Google. On Facebook, you can absolutely do that and spend all of your money on an inventory ads campaign if you want. On Google, this is just not the case for some reason. So what you need to do to run these ads is you need to run a Performance Max campaign. And a Performance Max campaign is kind of the easy button with Google, where it says here it can reach audiences across all of Google with a single campaign. Let's click on see how it works. So it says show high quality ads, and you can see the different ad spaces that Google's supposed to serve this ad on. And I'll show you an example of what that looks like. So on YouTube, it's actually not so bad. It shows price, it shows inventory. I'm not going to complain too much about these ads, although they do get served just as more of like a banner ad than actual reacting to a customer's search. On Gmail, it can look something like this, and this is very 1990s banner ad-ish, right? It's just nice photos of the dealership, some general headlines, and it's supposed to just take someone to the dealership's homepage. It doesn't do a whole lot in pushing specific units to buyers that would be interested in those units. This is very general traffic. On search, this is what you want. These are the vehicle listing ads, Google VLAs as they're known for short. And these are the most powerful ads because it's going to show up at the top of Google search when someone's actually searching for these units on Google. So if someone's searching for a 2023 Land Rover, In this example, this vehicle is going to show up. Really, really powerful stuff in capturing that real-time in-market search demand. If it's on display network, you can see this is not very good. This is showing little stickers of cars. There's no title, there's no price, there's no mileage. These ads here are going to show, say, on the side, like a tiny corner of CNN or Fox News. And it's really not a lot of information, as well as it's in a tiny space. And a lot of times there's this phenomenon called banner blindness, where people just ignore the side of a web page because there's just a bunch of spammy banner ads on the side, and they're actually consuming the main content on the page. So not a very good place to display your inventory. And finally, they also have Discover, which again, it's a general, even though this is a very nice photo of a very nice dealership, it's very general, and it's just taking someone to, say, a homepage. Doesn't do a whole lot in moving your inventory. Now, the problem with Performance Max campaigns, where it's running all these types of ads and all these different platforms, and you don't have any control or say over how this is being done if you don't know what you're doing, or if your agency doesn't know what they're doing, is it's going to serve all these types of ads, right? It's going to take your budget and split that budget up and serve it on as many platforms as it can, and try to generate as many clicks as it can. And what ends up happening is you're gonna buy a bunch of low quality traffic. Anytime you see an ad platform offer a 1-2-step easy button, whether it's on Facebook, boosting posts, or on Google, where they have these Performance Max, where they kind of say, hey, just select this campaign, we'll take care of everything, we'll serve all of your ads on every single platform, and you can just sit back and relax. When you see these types of ads where it's lazy setup, you need to run away from them. All this is doing is it's allowing the app to just rack up your ads bill, right? Send you as much traffic as possible. Doesn't matter from when, where, who, why. It's just going to try to get you as many clicks as possible. And if you look at your report, you see, oh man, I'm getting clicks at 5 cents per click, and you seem to be really happy with it, right? But in reality, you're actually not doing a whole lot in terms of pushing your inventory to buyers who would be interested in that inventory. And it's a bunch of fluff metrics, but it allows the ad platforms to make a lot of money off of you. And if that's not what you want, here's what you need to do to make sure you're not getting taken advantage of by Google, by Facebook, or by your ads agency. So you want to jump into the back of Google Analytics here, and you want to take a deep dive at how your vehicle listings campaign specifically is doing. What you need to look at is where Google is landing traffic from these campaigns on your website too. So you want to make sure Google is landing most, if not all, of your traffic on your vehicle detail pages. This means that the bulk of your budget is being spent on those Google vehicle listing ads, which is what you want. You want to make sure that Google is not spending the bulk of your budget on sending people to the home page or sending people to a service page. So this is how you check. This is actually another VLA vendor. I'm not going to mention who. I blurred out their name because the purpose of this video is not to shame any one vendor and say, oh, they're doing bad or they're taking advantage of dealers. I want to educate you guys on how you can make sure your agency, no matter who it is, or if you're doing this yourself, you're running ads yourself, or your marketing manager is running the ads, you want to make sure that you're spending your money in the correct places and you're not just letting Google take advantage of you. So you want to filter out into the specific VLAs campaign that your vendor is running for you. And how you do that is you jump into, of course, your traffic acquisition, filter it down to session source / medium, and you want to select this session campaign down here in the drop down, and you want to type in the name of the VLA campaign. If you don't know what it is, ask your agency how they are tagging your campaign in Google Analytics. They should be using a UTM string, and that UTM string should have the name of the campaign. So in this case, this is another vendor here. And if you look at these metrics on the surface, you wouldn't know anything's wrong. We're looking at 798 sessions. Everything looks good on the surface. And the vendor might even show you, hey, look at how many lead forms we generated for you, right? The vendor might say, hey, we generated 36 form submissions for you, and on the surface, this looks all great. Now, what you want to do is you want to add a layer, and you want to add this layer called landing page plus query string. This is going to split this traffic up into all the landing pages that traffic is being driven to. So here's a huge red flag with this VLAs campaign, Google Vehicle Listings campaign, is most of the traffic is actually going to a parts order form. Is that marketing your inventory or no? Then it's going to an SRP, which means a search results page, where the customer actually has to click onto different vehicles in order to find what they're looking for. So not as good as sending someone directly to a vehicle detail page, right? Third source, it is sending people just to the home page. And then there's other pages that are, say, I don't know if these are SEO pages, but it's just sending people to pages on your website that are more about information, scheduling service. You can see there is no specific vehicle that they're sending your ads to, which tells you that the bulk of your budget is actually being spent on things like banner ads and not actually marketing your inventory. It's being spent on stuff like this, right? That's why it's taking someone to a search results page or a home page or an SEO page about why you're the best dealer in Austin, Texas or whatnot. And you can see here these forms, going back to these form fills, right? If the agency told you, hey, look at this, we generated 31 form submissions for you, 31 leads to your inventory. If you actually check, 29 of these leads were from the parts order form. So you think you're spending all these dollars marketing your inventory when you're just generating leads for your parts department, which I'm sure the parts guys love, but that's not what you're paying for, and that's not your primary source of revenue. Here is what a Shapeshift campaign looks like. If you look at this, this is going to be a proper VLAs campaign. So if I switch this into landing pages, you can see, look at these URLs, 2023 Land Rover, 2022 Porsche, 2024 Land Rover, 2019 Land Rover. All of these URLs indicate that customers are actually being sent to vehicle detail pages, which means that the bulk of your ads are actually Google vehicle listing ads, and it's not wasting money on banner ads, on Gmail, and things like that. You're actually getting what you're paying for, driving traffic to your vehicle detail pages so people can submit leads on these vehicles, and that's how you're going to sell these cars. So there it is, guys. If you guys are running Google vehicle listing ads, make sure that you're actually landing traffic, the bulk of your budget, to vehicles instead of landing to your homepage. And I want to warn you that this is the difference between working with an agency that knows what they're doing and knows the ins and outs and intricacies of a campaign, or working with, say, some agency that doesn't know what they're doing, or working with some big auto vendor who has dozens of products to support. Maybe creating websites is their primary function and they're throwing in marketing for you, and it's convenient because it's on one bill, but no one's watching your campaigns because your account manager is overseeing 1,000 dealerships and dozens of products, and no one's an expert in running these things for you. And the vendor that I had showed you guys in this video that wasn't Shapeshift, they're actually a pretty well-known vendor. They've got OEM connections. So you think you're in good hands, but do your research. Make sure, guys, that your vehicle listing ads are actually moving the needle for your inventory and you're not just burning money. So I hope this video has been useful for you. If it has, if it's given you value, make sure to hit the thumbs up and give this video a like. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified whenever I have the time to drop gems like this. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on critical information that's going to help your dealership sell more cars, and you're going to miss out on critical information that's going to save your dealership from wasting precious ad dollars. And if you want to work with a trusted agency that's going to handle your Google and Facebook ads correctly, there's some links below to get in contact with me and my team. We'll do a quick analysis of your store, let you know what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, and how we can leverage AI and third-party targeting to help you sell more cars. This has been Sam over at Shapeshift, and until next time, see you.